So can we start, guys? So already 5-4. So we discussed about a um, NICs, right? Network interface cards, right? Next, there's a small thing is there that is also we are going to see, which is what is MAC address, how to check MAC address, how to check IP address and MAC address differences. Then we'll go for the networking here. Okay. This is an important and direct question is also there. Guys, I'm audible? Again, mic setup or something changed? Hello, mic is good.
Audible, sir.
Very good, very good. Okay. Yeah. So we understand about NICs, network interface card. Every device need an NIC, wide type or wireless type of connectivity, but we need a NIC. For wide type of NICs. For wireless type of NICs are required. Okay. So these NICs, every NIC, it is a wide type NIC or wireless NICs, has a address called a MAC address. MAC means media access control. Okay. This MAC address also called as physical address. It is also called as hardware address. MAC address or physical address, both are same. Okay. This MAC address in the binary, it is 48-bit in size. And this MAC address will be represented in hexadecimal format. Totally 12 hexa numbers in this MAC address. This MAC address will assign the manufacturer of that NIC. See, this is a TP link. Okay. This is a TP link. Yeah, you see, this is a TP link adapter, right? So who is in this adapter also, there is a MAC address. Who will put this MAC address inside this adapter? TP link company. This is Netgear. Netgear company put a MAC address inside this adapter. D-Link companies there, Realtek companies are there. Whether it is wide or wireless, okay? Whether it is wide or wireless adapter, okay? So I'm going to network. The common name I put it. So it is a wireless type of adapters or wide type of adapters, okay? Ethernet type, this type of adapters, whatever it is, it has a MAC address. This MAC address is a physical address which is assigned by manufacturer of that NIC only. Okay. There's a different manufacturer, see. They put a MAC address in the adapter. Okay. So this MAC address cannot be changed. Once MAC address is assigned by the manufacturer, cannot be changed. And it is a unique address. It means same MAC address in this world not repeated. Okay. This first portion of the MAC address, this first part, 6 part, so first part is belongs to the manufacturer's ID. Second part of MAC address is a series number. That's why it is unique. Okay. And we can't change the MAC address. We can't assign new MAC address. It's simply manufacturing put the MAC address. So every NIC has the MAC address. Now, how to check this MAC addresses? How to check the MAC address? I'm going to my control panel. Network and sharing center. Change adapter setting. These are my adapters. I have only main two physical adapters. This is my Wi-Fi adapter. This is wide adapter. Wide adapter is not connected. That's why it is showing crossbar. I connected through wireless. These are virtual adapters. Okay. I got these virtual adapters because of this is VMware and this is VirtualBox virtualization applications. This is my Wi-Fi adapter. Double click or right click status. Anything you open, right click status. Details. When you click on details, you see this adapter description name and physical address. This is this adapter's MAC address. Okay. And this is an IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server address, DHCP server address. Okay. Those are the other details. IP address also you can check it from here. Okay. The physical address of this adapter. We'll come back to this part. Even virtual adapters. Okay. Also having the MAC address. So this is the virtual adapter. Okay. Physical not adapter, it's a virtual adapter. This also having a MAC address. Okay. Through command prompt, you can check this MAC address kind of stuff. How to check it? So one of the command is Getmac. Getmac. So you will find the MAC addresses of different NICs. Okay, like this. But they didn't specify which adapter name like that. They given some ID kind of stuff, device ID wise. Okay. So it is better to check with a command called ipconfig /all. ipconfig /all. This command actually use it to check IP addresses, but also it is displaying physical address. For this adapter, this is the physical address. Also, you can see about IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server address, DHCP server address also. You can see this adapter. What is their MAC address, IP address, subnet mask, other details. So this adapter, again their MAC address and IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. Okay, like this. Okay. So these are the different adapters, their MAC address. Okay. So one way of checking an IP address is Getmac command. Second one is ipconfig /all. Okay. So ipconfig is a command used to check IP address. And with all, I can also get information of MAC address. One more command prompt wise is also there. Try yourself this one also. PowerShell. PowerShell is a Microsoft PowerShell. It's a kind of command line tool only, but little improved version from our actual command. Here we use everything is commandlets, not commands, commandlets. So you want to get any information, we use get verb. I want net adapter details. Net adapter, what it will show. See, get hyphen net adapter. It's showing all my adapter names, their interface descriptions, and their status, MAC address, and link feed also. So this is my Wi-Fi adapter, their MAC address. If you want to filter, you can also filter. Hyphen name is Wi-Fi. Only Wi-Fi adapters. So I take it hyphen name, like a filter. Out of all, I want only Wi-Fi adapters, MAC address. This is PowerShell command. Get -NetAdapter. You want to check the IP address. Get net IP address. It will display the IP address of all your adapters. But I want to specify this. My only Wi-Fi adapter. Only Wi-Fi adapter, IP address, I'm getting. Okay. So this is the PowerShell, guys. You see this here, PowerShell type of commands. Command line is different. Regular command line is different. You put a different commands here. They're different commands lines. Okay. So try to check your IP address and MAC address once. And already seen how to work with the GUI screen. Okay. So in GUI, first you have to go to the control panel. First go to the control panel. In search bar, I type directly the control. So then it is showing control panel. If your screen is showing like this, once you go to the control panel, it is showing like this. Then select network and internet. In network and internet, you see the network and sharing center. Select it. In this, go to the change adapter settings, this side. Change adapter settings. You click here, it opens a network connection window. Network connection window. So here we are having our adapters list and you can manage your network adapters from here. Once again, I go to control panel. This is network and internet directly, right? In case your icons are showing like this, you will directly get network and sharing center. Change adapter settings, then adapters are personalized. Okay. So from the control panel, you can go to the adapters, okay, network connection window. You can also directly open that one. Go to run. Type ncpa.cpl command. This command. Okay. ncpa.cpl. In the run or search bar, you type it. Okay. So directly it opens adapter. So this is my adapter, right? So right click, status, and click details. You can find your physical address. Physical address is our MAC address. And also you can able to check IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server address, DHCP server address. This is how to check MAC address and IP address. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Good, good. And this is another important question. It asked in a previous batch, maybe it's 11th batch, like that. They asked 10th or 11th batch. Okay. They asked this question: what is the difference between IP address and MAC address? Of course, we'll try to see once more in the IP address, but better we'll put one more. Okay. MAC address, what we understand from MAC address is a physical address. But IP address is a logical address. MAC address cannot be changed, but IP address is changeable. We can change our IP address. Manually, we can change the IP address. Our IP address can be changed automatically. Okay. So I got this IP address. I got this IP address automatically from a DHCP server. From a DHCP server, I got IP address automatically. For example, evening, I went to my home and I connected my home network. IP address will be changed automatically. Okay. So that is, so you will get an IP address automatically from the DHCP server. But MAC addresses are not like that. MAC addresses, it is assigned by the manufacturer of that NIC, which company manufacturing this NIC, for example, this NIC is Intel companies. Okay. Intel company put this MAC address inside this or adapter, right? So they're already assigned. So we cannot able to remove or changing is not there. Only the manufacturing put it. Okay. Special assignment is not there. So only manufacturer in starting when it is manufacturing time only, they put a MAC address. So IP addresses are changeable. Manually we can change it. Automatically also we can change it. Also we can assign manually assign or configure IP address automatically. Automatically means by DHCP side. MAC address we can't change and it is actually assigned by the manufacturer of that NIC at the time of manufacturing time. IP address, two versions are there, IPv4 version, IPv6 version. MAC address, no specific, no versions kind of stuff. It's always MAC address, same thing only. No separate MAC address versions are not, only one. And IP addresses, IPv4 is 32-bit, IPv6 is 128-bit, whereas MAC address is 48-bit in binary form, and MAC address writes in the hexadecimal, 12 hexa numbers. Okay, to simply say IP address is a logical address, MAC address is physical address. IP address defines logical network. Its IP address is uniquely identify a device in the network. In a single logical network, you can identify uniquely. That's a IP address. MAC address is unique address. So there is no repetition of this MAC address. But MAC address valids only in the same segmented network. Okay, not in the different network. You are communicating to different network, MAC address, no use. But when you are communicating internally, MAC address is also good. Different purposes are there, guys. MAC address purposes, security purpose, okay, binding purpose, verification purpose. Okay, so like that, MAC addresses are used. Binding purpose, verification purpose, like unique address it is. So physical identification purpose, we use the MAC address. But all communications by IP address. Okay, because IP address communication is logical. Okay, anyway, so these are the difference between IP address and MAC address. Okay. That's it. Here we stop for 2 minutes. Then we'll continue with the networking cables. Okay. Just relax 2 minutes, then start. It's like